आरती शोभा
शिव जयो जयो गौरचंदे आरती शोभा
शिव जयो गौरचंदे आरती शोभा
जानावी तातावाने जग मन लोभा
जानवी तटावाने जग मन लोभा
जानावी तातावाने जग मन लोभा
जानवी तटावाने जग मन लोभा
शिव दाखी नैनी ताय चांद बामे गदाधारा आज थोड़ा चेंज किया
नैनी ताय चांद बामे गदाधारा
निकाते अद्वैताशिनी वास छत्रधारा
निकटे अद्वैताशिनी वास छत्रधारा
बोशी याचे गौराचांद रत्न सिंहासने
की बबोशी याचे गौराचांद रत्न सिंहासने
आरती कोरे ना ब्रह्मा आदि देवगाने
आरती कोरे ना ब्रह्मा आदि देवगाने
की बनरा आदि कोरी चामर दुलाया
हरि आदि कोरी चमर ढुलाया
संजया मुकुंद वासु घोष आदि गाया
संजय मुकुंद बासु घोषादि गाया
शिव शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला
शिव शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला
माधुर मृदंग बाजे परम रसाला
मधुर मृदंगा बाजे परम रसाला
शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे
शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे
शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे बाजे
शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
मधुर 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 बाजे
शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
मधुर 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 बाजे
ओ गौरंगेरा रतिक शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
गौरंगे आरतिक शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
जग जन मन लोभा
जग जन मन लोभा
ओ गौरंगेरा रतिक शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
गौरंगे आरतिक शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
जग जन मन लोभा
जग जन मन लोभा
जय गौरा निताय जय गौरा निताय जय गौरा निताय जय गौरा निताय
जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय
ओ
गौरानिताय
जय गौरा निताय गौरा निताय गौरा निताय जय गौरा निताय
जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय
ओ जय गौरा चंदेर जय गौरा चंदेर जय गौरा चंदेर जय गौरा चंदेर
जय गौरा चंदे जय गौरा चंदे जय गौरा चंदे जय गौरा चंदे
कि बहु कोटि चंद्र जीनी वदन उज्ज्वला
कि बहु कोटि चंद्रझिनी वदन उज्ज्वला
कि बहु कोटि चंद्र जीनी वदन उज्ज्वला
कि बहु कोटि चंद्रझिनी वदन उज्ज्वला
कला देसे बनमाला कोरे जलमाला
गला देसे बनमाला कोरे जलमाला
शिव शिवा शुक नारदा प्रेमे गदा गदा
शिव शिवा शुक नारदा त्रिमे गदा गदा
भक्ति विनोदा देखे गोरा रसंपादा
भक्ति विनोदा देखे गौरा संपदा
भक्ति विनोदा देखे गोरा रसंपादा
भक्ति विनोदा देखे गौरा संपदा
ओ की बजयो जयो गौरा चंदे आरतिक शोभा
कि बजायो पथिक शोभा
जानावी तातावाने जग मनलोबा
जानवी तटवाने जग मनलोभा
जानावी तातावाने जग मनलोबा
जानवी तटवाने जग मनलोभा
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
गौर भक्त वृंद 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 गौर भक्त वृंद
श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय 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 गौर भक्त वृंद
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
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 राधा रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो
श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
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 राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय
श्री राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
ओ राधे राधे जय जय कृष्णा कृष्णा जय जय
राधे राधे जय जय कृष्णा कृष्णा जय जय
कृष्णा जय जय राधे राधे जय जय
कृष्णा कृष्णा जय जय राधे राधे जय जय
राधे राधे जय जय कृष्णा कृष्णा जय जय
राधे राधे जय जय कृष्णा कृष्णा जय जय
ओ राधे राधे बोलो कृष्णा कृष्णा बोलो बोलो बोलो
राधे राधे बोलो कृष्णा कृष्ण बोलो
ओ कृष्णा कृष्णा बोलो राधे राधे बोलो
कृष्ण कृष्ण बोलो राधे राधे बोलो
बोलो राधा रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो
राधा रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Bolo
Hare
bolo
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Jai Gaura Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya Prahlad Lad Daine
Prahlad Daine
Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha
Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha
Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha
Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha
Shilatankanakalaye
Shilatankanakalaye
Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha
Ito Narsimha
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha
Toya Toya Mitato
Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha
Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha
Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha
Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha
Narasimha Adima Sharanam Prapade
Adim Sharanam Prapadye
Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadrita Narhari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare
तव कर कमलवरे नखाम अद्भुत शृंगाम दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगाम केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज भक्त प्रहलाद प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद
जय प्रहलाद महाराज भक्त प्रहलाद प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद
जय जगन्नाथा जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा माँ जय सुदर्शना
जय जगन्नाथा जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा माँ जय सुदर्शना
जय सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान
जय सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान
जय प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा जय प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा
जय प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा जय प्रभुपदा जय
गुरुदेवा निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
एवरीवन प्लीज बॉ डाउन जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री जीवन के श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री जीवन के भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज कृपा प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपा गोपनाथ श्याम सुंदर राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर धाम की जगन्नाथ गंगा माई की तुलसी देवी भक्ति वे देवी की सामवेद भक्त वृंद की all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga all glories to Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada की जय नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय सामवेद भक्त वृंद की जय।
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for coming tonight, braving the cold and the darkness. But now, by chanting Hare Krishna, the light comes and the heat comes. So you have nothing to worry about here. You came to the right place. And not only that, there is prasadam also for everyone. So now we're going to hear a few things about Krishna consciousness. And then we can all go downstairs and have nice prasad. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Maha Mantra Ki Jai. Let's all chant together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Bolo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Again, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody chant Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Chant and be happy. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribol, 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 Haribol. Nita Gaur, Haribol, 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 Nita Gaur, Haribol. Nita Gaur Premanandi ki Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana ki Jai. Gaura Premanandi, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. So thank you very much for coming tonight, braving the cold, the darkness, and all forms of nonsense going on in the world, to come here in the warmth of chanting Hare Krishna and avoiding all the nonsense that's going on in the material world. Nonsense means that we engage in things that are not related at all to Krishna. So that can include watching cartoons, watching videos, watching television or movies that has nothing to do with Krishna. Now you might say, well, what about if you see a movie about Krishna? Well, that's okay. But no one ever became Krishna conscious simply by watching movies, even if it's a movie about Krishna. Why? Because you can only really learn about Krishna by hearing, not seeing. Hearing is the most important way to learn. And if you hear words about Krishna spoken by genuine devotees and also asking questions about what you heard or about anything you're not sure of, now you begin to learn very, very, let's say, fast what Krishna consciousness is all about. The entire Vedic literature is usually questions and answers. Like Arjuna's asking Krishna so many questions in the Bhagavad Gita, and Krishna is answering them. And even in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Yudhisthira Maharaj and others, they're asking so many questions to Krishna, and Krishna is answering them. So the way to learn is by asking questions and hearing the answers. Now you will never forget. But if you just listen, you won't really remember much. But if you're really not brain dead, you'll hear things that are being said, and there might be something you don't quite understand, so you ask a question. That means you're not brain dead. You're listening very carefully. So it's very important when we have a class to learn how to hear very carefully. And if there's something you don't quite understand, you ask a question. Now, you might say, no, but I understood everything. Not really. There's so many subtle things in life. It requires asking many, many questions to clear all our mind of doubts. Doubts are demons. The way people control other people is to put doubts in their mind. But in the case of a devotee has no doubt that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Krishna promises his devotee that he will always protect his devotee, and that simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and eating prasadam, the holy food that's been offered first to Krishna and offered back as his prasadam, by doing those two things, plus hearing very, very seriously the lectures that are given and asking questions, you make genuine and very profound spiritual advancement. So, our real goal in life should be 1, purification of lust, anger, and greed. 2, of beginning to understand profoundly the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. And 3, putting into action what we have learned, how to function in Krishna consciousness in this lifetime. If we learn how to play baseball or football or how to gamble or how to do this, how to do that, that's not going to help us. But if you learn how to please Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage in devotional service, now you learn something that gives you eternal benefit. So in Sanskrit, there are 2 words. There's sat and asat. Sat means what is eternal, and asat means what is not eternal. Devotees of Krishna are always concerned with sat, what is eternal. And what is not eternal, they don't waste their time engaging in things that are not eternal. So we have to have a ability to differentiate what is of real benefit and what is just waste of time. Like, for example, the biggest waste of time and money is trying to go to the moon. You want to go to the moon? That is the biggest waste of time and money, you say. But most people think, oh, America is going to the moon or Russia is going to the moon. They're never going to go to the moon. They claimed that they went to, the Russians claimed they went to the moon 60 years ago. How come they never went back again? Because they never even went the first time. The whole thing's a hoax. So this whole moon, exploration is a hoax. Why? Because every planet in the world has living entities. Of course, the scientists and the astrologers haven't figured out this yet. And every planet of the world, of the universe, has living entities. Living entities are everywhere. They're on the bottom of the ocean. They're on the bottom of Antarctica, and they're on the moon also. So the fact that Americans are spending billions of money going to the moon is a complete waste of money. And they have nothing to show for it. However, if you use that money to improve the education of people, to improve the health of people, to improve, let's say, the living conditions of people. Now, that is the correct use of money. The use of money, the misuse of money, of trying to go to the moon. By the way, no one can live on the moon. Our body is not made to live on the moon. So you have to have this big, heavy type of moon outfit. The whole thing is a hoax, and it's a waste of time and money. Real research is not going to the moon. It's going deep into your heart and recognizing the presence of Krishna. Therefore, the truth is not outside of us. It's right in our heart. If you come into contact with Krishna, now you become educated. But if you go to the moon or try to go to the moon, first of all, you're not going to succeed going to the moon. And secondly, you're just going to waste your time and money. And third, even if you get there, you'll die because our bodies are not made for living in the atmosphere of the moon. So therefore, let's just stay on the earth and practice Krishna consciousness seriously and not do silly nonsense things like try to go to the moon. You're not going to go to the moon, and believe me, even if you get there, you will not live very long because the atmosphere of the moon is not made for us, because we can breathe the atmosphere on the earth. We can't breathe the atmosphere on the moon. Okay, so let's at least we eliminated the moon now as far as a goal of life goes. Our real goal in life should go back to Godhead, where Krishna is. That's in the spiritual world. Now you're really talking about something that is possible to do. And how can you go back to the spiritual world where Krishna is? You begin in the material world by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Listening to lectures given by genuine devotees, eating prasadam. And they're having some special prasadam today, right? Is that right? Or you see how fortunate you are that come to the temple. The temple is a place where every day is a festival. Chanting, dancing, and feasting, you see. Why? Because devotees are happy people. They don't have anxiety. Why? Because they have complete faith. They have complete faith in Krishna. So the way you become an advanced human being is by developing faith in God. Now you become a real person. And Krishna has given so much knowledge in the Bhagavad Gita, and you only have to read one book. You don't have to read 5, 10, 15 books. You just read one book. It's called Bhagavad Gita, the greatest book and the oldest book in the history of the world. And if you just study Bhagavad Gita every day and then eat only prasadam, and regularly attend the classes that we have, and come with us on Harinam Sankirtan, eat only prasadam, you will make very, very profound spiritual advancement by doing that. And you'll be happy. And Krishna is promising to protect you because you have taken a serious interest in Krishna. Krishna takes a serious interest in you. But if you have no interest in Krishna, then you are in La La Land. You know where La La Land is? It's where everyone is talking nonsense, going to the bar and drinking beer and talking nonsense all night long. That's La La Land. And that's where most people are, unfortunately. But no, we should not go to La La Land. We should go to Vaikuntha Land. Vaikuntha means that place where there's no anxiety. So many people live with anxiety. In fact, if we look at some statistics, at least 20 to 25% of Americans take some kind of a drug to get rid of their anxiety or to sort of control their anxiety, right? And the number is increasing. So therefore, when you chant Hare Krishna and learn who Krishna is and listen to the promises that Krishna gives in the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Konteya pratijanihi name bhakta punasyati. Declare it boldly, Arjuna, that my devotee will never perish. So he's promising that if you become his devotee, or the devotee of Krishna, he will protect you. He'll give you the proper knowledge to make the right decisions in life, and he will always direct you in the right direction to make spiritual progress. So we should learn about Krishna rather than learn about Abraham Lincoln or something like that. It's a waste of time. Abraham Lincoln, he was famous a little bit, but you learn about Krishna. Now you're not studying ignorance, you're studying what is eternal knowledge. So that should be our real goal, having what we call real knowledge and not junk knowledge. Junk knowledge leads you to a dead end. Real knowledge leads you back to Godhead. So chanting Hare Krishna, eating prasadam, associating with devotees, going on Sankirtan, hearing lectures, etc., all these things put you closer to Krishna. And smoking marijuana, engaging in illicit sex, gambling, that takes you away from Krishna. So we should only do those things that bring us closer to Krishna. And eventually, we'll realize, wait a minute, Krishna is the closest person to me. He's right in my heart. He is Paramatma, the expansion of Krishna in the heart of every living entity and in every atom of the universe. So Krishna is the closest person to us. Nobody else is in your heart. Krishna is there. So, therefore, once we understand these things, then we take up chanting Hare Krishna very seriously, enjoying Krishna prasadam, hearing about Krishna's pastimes, coming out and chanting the glories of Krishna in public, called Sankirtan Yagya. And in that way, you have a very peaceful life, and all fear, anxiety, and distrust and moroseness goes away. That's why devotees are always chanting and dancing, because they're happy, because they don't have anxiety and fear, because they have complete faith that Krishna will protect them. Just like your child. Let's say you have a 6-year-old child, and there is news that the Chinese are going to send a atomic bomb on the United States. Well, the parents would all be really in anxiety, but the little kids, they continue to play games because they have faith that even if a bomb comes, but my mom and daddy will take care of me, right? So that's the way we should be. We should be the children of Krishna and have complete faith in the statements of Krishna that he will always protect his devotee. So we can play like the child, have nice prasadam, chant, dance. This dancing and chanting is very important to become Krishna conscious. That means that you're actually happy. People that are happy, they chant, they dance, and they have nice food, and they speak nicely, and they bathe regularly. That's very important, bathing at least twice a day regularly, and being free of anxiety. About, I think it's 20% of people in the United States take drugs because of anxiety. That means they don't have any relationship with God. That's why they're anxious. But we are teaching people to always have faith in Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and always hear about his transcendental pastimes, and always engage in service to please the Lord. Okay, so I'm going to stop speaking now and give you a chance to say something. If you have a question or if you have a comment, because no questions, no learning. But when you ask a question and hear the answer, now you will learn something. So, does anybody have a question about whatever I said or about any subject that is related to understanding who you are and what is the actual purpose of life? Anybody? Go ahead. We need to have some questions. Of course, no questions, no answers. So you have to ask, somebody has to ask a question. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, We'll keep chanting until a question comes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. You have a question? Huh? Yes? No. Do you have a question? No? Do you have a question? Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. What? And say that again in the microphone.
Just reaffirming the number that you quoted, which is 20% of the American adults use prescription medications to manage anxiety and other mental health conditions.
Yeah, see? And why are they in anxiety? Let's discuss that. Why do you think 20% of the population of the United States is in anxiety and they have to buy drugs to sort of give their relief from the anxiety? Anybody, raise your hand. Come on, think. If you don't think, it means you're brain dead. You don't want to be brain dead. You want to be brain alive. So why do you think 20% of the population of the United States are taking drugs to calm their anxiety? Anybody? Usually women are more intelligent than men. So let's hear from the women. Anybody? All right. The men are going to outdo the women again. Okay, gentlemen, tell me why you think 20% of the Americans are in anxiety. You know? You see, women, it's putting you to shame now. So go ahead.
Maharaj, they've forgotten the God.
They forget what?
God.
God. Yeah. Krishna. Don't just say God.
Yeah,
Krishna.
they've forgotten Krishna.
Yeah.
And they live their own way, and they are in too much of material things.
They're confused.
They're confused.
They don't know what the real purpose of life is.
Right.
So they're searching out what is the purpose of life, but they're not finding it because they don't have guru. You know, you can go. I mean, some people go throughout their whole life without having a guru, and because of that, they die in ignorance. So we should never be like that. Guru is someone who teaches us, a real guru. I mean, of course, there are gurus and kangaroos, but real gurus, they teach you who Krishna is and how to serve Krishna with love and devotion. Go ahead. Say whatever else you wanted to say.
So, Maharaj, there are people, but how do they? How can they overcome, Maharaj?
How can they what?
How can they overcome the problem without the drugs? How can they overcome the anxiety problem?
How can they get free of anxiety?
Yes.
Right? Come to the class. Hear what we're saying. And take the prasadam. And hear the lecture very carefully. And ask questions. So how to do something? Well, you have to ask questions how to do it to the right person. So how to become free of anxiety is to become Krishna conscious and have complete faith in the promises of Krishna. Krishna promises in the Bhagavad Gita that he will always protect his devotee, just like he protected the Pandavas. Pandavas were tremendously outnumbered, yet they won the war. Why? Because Krishna was on their side. But Krishna was not allowed to fight. See, Duryodhana and Yudhishthira, they had the chance, one, either have Krishna's army or just have Krishna, but he's not allowed to fight. He can only give advice. So Duryodhana got the army, but Yudhishthira chose Krishna, even though he was not allowed to fight. Guess who won the battle? Yudhishthira and his brothers, because Krishna was on their side. So when you choose the wrong side, you will suffer. Just like someone might think, well, I will learn how to cheat on the SAT test. Because other kids are cheating on the test, I'll also cheat. That means that he made the wrong decision, and he's following the wrong people. So we have to have what's called some principles of honesty and of faith in God. And then with faith in God and honesty, then we can have a very, a very creative life, you see. Why? Because we don't have anxiety. We know that Krishna is going to protect us, and now we begin to think rationally, and our mind becomes full of good thoughts and ideas of how to succeed in this lifetime. Not necessarily how to make more money, but how to succeed as a human being, you see. So, animals don't have that ability, but a human being does. But a human being that doesn't use their intelligence to succeed as a devotee of the Lord, they're no different than an animal. Animals have 4 legs, but people who are not really interested in God, they are 2-legged animals, and of course there are 4-legged animals. So you don't want to be an animal. You want to be a real human being. A real human being understands, I should find out as much as I can about who Krishna is and how to serve Krishna, and also how to help other people serve Krishna. Now you have a real life, a life that is full of mercy. You have to be very merciful to want to help other people become Krishna conscious. First, you have to become Krishna conscious, and then you can help others become Krishna conscious. And that's the best thing you can do. You know why? Because the people you help to become Krishna conscious, they become eternally indebted to you, and they'll thank you for saving their life. Just like Srila Prabhupada, what did he do? He went all over the world and helped people become Krishna conscious. And he became famous because he was able to actually give people what they really wanted: peace of mind, relationship with God, and knowing how to please God by chanting Hare Krishna and engaging in devotional service. So he made hundreds and thousands of people very happy, and he educated them in what is real education. Real education is not algebra or science or things like that. The real science is how to please God. Because if you learn how to please God, then God will protect you, Krishna will protect you and give you knowledge. See, Krishna is in the heart. And next to Krishna is our soul. So most people ignore the fact that Krishna or God is in their heart. So they make many mistakes in life. But when you become cognizant of the fact that God is in my heart, He's the source of all knowledge, He will protect me. He promises that in the Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, instead of looking for God outside, we should be looking for God inside. Now, how do you look for God inside? It's through the tongue. What does this tongue do? It vibrates and it tastes. So we vibrate the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra loud enough so we can hear it, right? So that goes not only outside, but also comes inside, right? And we eat Krishna Prasadam, right? So that also comes inside. So now we are becoming more and more Krishna conscious by doing things that are pleasing to Krishna. And obviously, if Krishna is pleased, we will be pleased. And if Krishna is not pleased, then we won't be pleased. So we should take this chanting of Hare Krishna very seriously and eating prasadam very seriously and regularly associating with devotees very seriously. And if you have the energy, go on Harinam Sankirtan with the devotees very seriously. Now you're having a spiritual life. And of course, come to the temple regularly and hear the lectures and engage in seva, servants in the temple. And when you serve in the temple, you're serving all humanity. So you can, you might be a little confused. How can you serve all humanity by serving in the temple? Because if you serve Krishna and please him, Krishna is the master of all humanity. He's the source of all human beings. Right? So if you please Krishna, you'll be pleasing everyone. It's not that you have to go to every single person in the world to please them. No. Krishna is in the heart of every living entity. So if you please Krishna, then you're actually going to be able to please everyone in the whole world. Therefore, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's the Father of all living entities. He has all knowledge, all power, all beauty, all wealth, etc. Therefore, he's the person that we should serve. We shouldn't serve a dacoit. Right? It's a big mistake. But if you serve Krishna, then everything you do in your life will be purified. And we should understand that that is the whole purpose of spiritual knowledge, is to become purified. Purified of lust, anger, greed, the three doors to hell. Lust, anger, and greed. You know any angry people? Huh? You know some angry people? No? You don't know any angry people? You get angry. Okay, wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Why do you get angry? What really, pushes your buttons, as they say in English?
Sometimes I get frustrated, and
Hold the microphone.
sometimes when I get frustrated, when things they don't go the way that you want them to go, sometimes I get a bit bewildered, and because of that, I sometimes get angry.
All right, now let's discuss that. Usually, people get angry and bewildered and frustrated because of ignorance, because they're not educated enough. A person that's very educated, they're usually very happy because they know how things are functioning in the universe. And they stay on the right side of the universe rather than the wrong side. What is the right side? It's always connected to Krishna. So if you're always connected to Krishna, all that anxiety, fear, doubt, and problems go away. So, how do you connect to Krishna? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The sound vibration, Hare Krishna, is not something material. It's come down from the spiritual world. By the way, You chant Hare Krishna
Yes, Maharaj.
every day? How many rounds do you do every day?
I tried to do at least 2 rounds. Today I went to Mangalarti, so I managed to do extra rounds.
Oh, wait a minute. How old are you?
18,
Huh?
19. I'm 19.
Then you should do 19 rounds a day. At least 16 you should do.
Yes, Maharaj.
Yeah, because when you become educated, you learn that it's very important to chant Hare Krishna. At the moment of death, all the things you thought were important are no longer important. There's only one thing that's important: how to free yourself from birth, death, old age, and disease, right? So if that's the most important thing, in the most, let's say, challenging moment of life, then you should become expert in chanting Hare Krishna, so that at the moment of death, you can easily remember Krishna,
Yes, Maharaj.
because you're practiced chanting every day, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. At least 16 rounds a day on 108 beads, right? So that means you have to have at least 2 hours free to chant Hare Krishna. And if you look in your in your schedule every day, there's always about 4 hours that you don't really have to do something. So if you take those 4 hours for chanting Hare Krishna and having spiritual activities every day, now you're going to be Krishna conscious. There's 24 hours in a day, right? So how many hours you sleep?
Maybe 6 hours.
Okay, keep a tally of the hour. So how long does it take to, let's say, go to school and come back?
Maybe 45 minutes, 30 minutes.
Okay, let's say 1 hour, right? So how many are you keeping? Huh? All right. How long do you take to like shower, take care of your body, things like that?
Maybe half an hour.
Okay, write that down. Half an hour. How much time do you waste talking nonsense, cell phone?
I don't really go on my phone much, but yeah, I definitely have extra time that I can use for chanting during the day.
So you're not wasting any time?
Sometimes I waste time, yeah.
So how long is it that how much time do you think you might waste a day where you're not doing anything Krishna conscious?
Maybe, I mean, usually I'm doing homework after getting home, studying for my college, and otherwise I'm eating meals. Sometimes I waste time with my brother, just goofing around, things like that. So
No, talking on the telephone with friends? No. Okay. No social media stuff?
well, I don't have any Instagram or anything like that. So
Okay. And, well, you have a phone, though. So you're not having long discussions with friends or, okay. So basically, you have, from most, let's say, most of the time you're trying to do good things, right? You're trying
I mean, it depends on the day. If it's maybe a school or work day, then I'm generally tend to focus more on my college work and things like that. If it's a holiday, I might relax with my brother or with my family.
so you don't have time for nonsense.
I try to avoid as much nonsense as I can.
Oh,
Maharaj.
so there is some nonsense.
Sometimes, yes. Nothing like, I don't break any of the regulative principles or anything like that, but maybe if it's, playing with friends or sometimes meeting up with friends outside of college.
By the way, when you meet up with friends, what do you talk about?
We just talk, well, it depends. If I'm meeting up with Shivam, for example, and we talk about...
When you meet up with who?
When I meet up with Shivam, he's right here.
Oh, Shivam. Okay. Okay.
So when we meet up, then we try to do more devotional stuff, like maybe playing mridanga or talking about a devotional topic. So it depends, Maharaj. If it's with friends from college, then we usually talk more about our classes. For example, if we have like an assignment or an exam coming up, then that's mainly the focus of the conversation.
Okay. Right. Well, you don't talk about girls.
Oh no, no.
Never.
My dad told me to stay away.
You got a good dad. Okay, but how about the other kids in school?
Sorry, March.
How about the other kids in school? What are they talking about?
They talk. I mean, they talk mostly nonsense that I don't really understand. So
Well, when you say nonsense, what do you mean?
maybe
Talking about girlfriends. They talk about
yeah.
vacation they're going to take. They talk about the newest cell phone, this thing, that thing, a car.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
Do they have no? They don't. They don't usually. They're not interested in dogs, right?
I don't know. I mean, nowadays people are interested in anything and everything. So
Right. Okay. So, therefore, if you choose very carefully who is a friend and associate only with devotees, you're not antisocial, like you have to associate with other people also, but it should be in a professional way, not sitting down and watching them eating a hamburger. So, yeah, you have to make that distinction between who is actually a friend and who is someone that you have to relate to because of work or because you're co-workers or something like that, right? But your real association should be with genuine devotees.
yes, Maharaj.
Yeah. Now you're going to make spiritual advancement. Haribol. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
I'm not picking on you. I just ask you.
No, Maharaj, I agree with everything that all the advice you've given me. So
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is our motto. That's the thing that we always talk about. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Why? Because Krishna is always happy. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has no worries. He has eternal life. He never gets old, by the way. See, the Christians, they don't understand who God is. Whenever they portray a picture or a painting of God, he's an old man with wrinkles and white hair. See? That's because they don't have knowledge of God. But when we talk about God, we know that God is always either 16, 17, or 18 years old. He never gets old. He's not subject to death, old age, disease, or anything like that. He's very beautiful. In fact, you can have a deeper understanding of his transcendental qualities. And by understanding the transcendental qualities of Krishna, you become purified. And there's nothing, let's say, gross or nasty about Krishna. He's all merciful, all full of love and devotion, and always helping his devotees, and always trying to help everyone else. Why? Because he's the father of all living entities. Krishna is the original source of all creation. So therefore, even bad people are related to Krishna. And Krishna doesn't avoid them. He tries to help them also. That's why we go on Harinam Sankirtan. We're trying to help the bad people. That's why we have our food truck. That's why we go out with burritos and all kinds of different food things that we distribute freely to the public, so they have some connection to Krishna. That's important. Give them a chance. But if you tell them, oh, yeah, you should eat this because we offered this first to Krishna as God, they won't eat it. They'll think you're like some magician or something that's going to control them by eating that burrito or whatever we're serving. So, yes. Yeah. Oh, very good. Very good. So where were you? Okay. Yeah. So they asked, is there magic in it, right? Yeah, there is magic. If you eat this, then you'll become a better person. That's the magic. It makes you a better person. Are there any questions anyone would like to ask? Any question? You got a question? You got a question? No? You don't have a question? Yes? No? Okay. You're smiling. That means you must have a question. Okay. Anybody have a question? Go ahead. You have a question? Go ahead. What's your question? You're smiling, so you must have a question. No, I was pointing at him. Nothing? Okay, ladies, there must be one lady that's not brain dead. So, any questions from the ladies? Go ahead. At least one question. You should make these guys embarrassed because you can ask a question. Go ahead. Here you go. You see? All you guys should be embarrassed now. There's a nice lady who's going to ask a question.
It's Hare Krishna.
Yes.
It's less of a question and more of a confession. 7 years ago, I was sitting here and you were saying exactly pretty much the same thing about spending your time, be conscious about how you spend time watching TV and other stuff. And that time, actually, I asked you a question. If I'm not keeping myself aware of like what's going on around the world, or like within the space where I'm living,
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
I will lose on many stuff, my opportunities, how should I protect myself, how I should raise my daughter with like a proper guidance and everything. So the confession is, last 4 years, I pretty much kind of, like just because of my situation or something like that, I avoided like kind of utilizing any media or any of the cut down the people.
You stopped listening to the news?
Yes, absolutely. And then, and then people also like, that also like my friends started like, kind of being very thoughtful about whom I'm talking to, what I'm talking to. And you know what, actually, that helped me much more. That makes me more like kind of, you were talking about anxiety, right? My anxiety is gone. I have no fear of like, losing anything. I have got control over like, my way of living, means what I am like, basically, okay, very be honest, I'm a kind of a bit shopper, right, before. But now, like, what I'm accumulating in my house, like, that.
You don't fill your house with junk.
Yeah, no. Still, there is some junk, like, which I need to get rid of it, like, but yeah, I think I have, over the years, I will do that. But this is really what you said that time, and my ego mind was, like, kind of not ready to accept it. But I totally see the difference now. And if someone will ask me, like, hey, if someone will ask me, like, do you want to go for this concert or something like that, I will rather come here and do the, like, kirtan.
Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Well, see, that means that you're
Vaishali.
Jai. That means that your ability of understanding who you should actually associate with, and how you'll be benefited the most. So the person that we should associate with the most is Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do here.
Yep.
You learn to associate with Krishna. So whether you're in the temple or you're at home, you have the different books Prabhupada has written. You have so many, videos about Krishna and so forth. So Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And simply by chanting Krishna's names, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you come directly in contact with Krishna. There's no difference between the names of Krishna and Krishna himself, you see. So now you have a transcendental life, no longer a mundane life.
Yeah. And one more thing, actually, that just a feeling of, feeling of freedom from everything.
Freedom from nonsense.
That, okay, I grew up in very, kind of traditional house, right? And then, I always felt kind of rebellious in my nature, I was back then. And that time, I was carrying all these things. Okay, I have to be this way, means, even though it was my choice, but certain things, that, okay, society is asking me to do this thing. But now is that I don't feel anything that there is something that society is asking me to do something, I'm a victim of this, or I have to rebel on this one. It's just, okay, this is the day, this is the moment, and I'm here. So that is actually, that freedom, that feeling is very different and more peaceful, bring the peace, actually, a lot of peace.
Yeah, well, basically, avoid the association of nonsense people and always stay in the company of genuine devotees. Now, genuine devotee, it's not that they have a stamp on their forehead. I'm a genuine devotee. No. Genuine devotees are people who actually follow the rules and regulations of Krishna consciousness. Just like if you see me walking down the street, maybe in downtown Seattle, smoking a cigarette, and you'd understand I'm not really a genuine devotee, right? So you have to differentiate who's for real and who's maybe not so serious. The serious people are always predictable. They're always chanting Hare Krishna, always eating prasadam, always learning more and more things about who Krishna is, going on Sankirtan, and so forth. They're always engaged in doing good to themselves and doing good to others, right? And what is good? Good means helping people come closer and closer to Krishna. So that should be our real vocation, helping people come closer and closer to Krishna. But you need knowledge for that. And the knowledge is in one book. It's called Bhagavad Gita. If you never read any other book in your life, and only this one book, you'll be the most educated person. And by the way, Bhagavad Gita is the oldest book in the history of the world. Yeah. Right? The Quran is only, 1,500 years old or 1,400 years old. And the Buddhist writings, maybe 2,500 years old. And the Christian Bible, 2,000 years old. Bhagavad Gita goes back millions of years ago. It was first spoken by Krishna to Vivaswan, or Surya, the demigod of the sun. This goes back millions and millions of years ago. So this is the oldest book in the history of the world. And the Bhagavad Gita that we have is not somebody's speculation. It's Bhagavad Gita Yatarup, as it is. So our Guru, Srila Prabhupada, he didn't give any personal opinion by writing the purports of the Bhagavad Gita and the verses. He has given it as it is. Whereas before Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita was printed, there were already hundreds of translations of the Bhagavad Gita. Hundreds. But not one devotee became by reading any of those books. Not one. They, became sort of armchair speculators. But not anyone became a genuine devotee. It's only when Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita became available that hundreds and thousands of people and eventually millions of people have become Krishna conscious. Why? Because Yata Rup, he did not give a personal opinion. He simply repeated what Krishna said originally. That is very important. You see. So, therefore, if you never read any other book except Bhagavad Gita, you'll still be the most intelligent person. Because all knowledge is in this one book. And it's more authentic than even the Bible or the Quran or the Buddhist writings, etc. Why? Because Muslims are still eating meat, Christians are still eating meat, and other types of sinful activities, although they don't think it's sinful. But in Bhagavad Gita, you learn very quickly, no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, always chanting Hare Krishna. It's like the first thing you learn. So therefore, there's no mistakes in the Bhagavad Gita. But there are a lot of mistakes in the Bible and the Quran, etc. So therefore, you made the right decision. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Any other questions, comments, or confessions? No, we don't need confessions. Yes, you have something? Nothing? Okay. Anybody? Prabhuji, you have some question, right? You're smiling. Yes. No, don't look behind you. Yes. What is your question? What? You don't have a question. When you go to school, do you have any questions? Not very many. That means there's some questions, right? Okay. But see, you never learn unless you ask a question. If you just remain silent, yeah, you'll hear things, but it doesn't mean that you will remember them. If you ask a question, then there's a very good chance that you'll remember it the rest of your life. So you should be anxious to ask questions.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, in case not in case, actually, in my experience, some of the time, some people come and talk to you manipulative way, right? Because they have certain things in society. And that is actually keep on happening multiple times. And then I kind of chose my path. And basically I moved away from that situation and going. However, now those people, and they are not a part of my life as such, but you know that as a working relationship or some other situation that you have to have a relationship with them. So I just avoid talking, but I do have basically, okay, it's a workplace situation, right? And I do have to be in a place and be a team player and be so because of my avoidance, that nature what I have, it becomes very for me actually I'm not growing because then I have to keep on changing my path. So what is the right way of that to work with or talk to those folks and be still peaceful, be kind of not having that fear of that again someone will manipulate you, but still.
Okay, so that's a good question. In other words, you want to actually help people.
I don't want to say that, but maybe means I'm actually basically trying to, because as I don't have control on others, I try to find a way.
Have you ever come with us on Harinam Sankirtan? Have you ever done that?
Maybe long back, but not
Do you remember doing it?
Okay. Maybe 8-9 years ago.
See, if you come on Harinam Sankirtan, that is the best way for learning Krishna consciousness.
Yes, I did.
Because you're going to meet a lot of people, and you'll try to help them. You'll try and help them take a book or at least a free pamphlets to learn something about Krishna consciousness. You also give them goodness cookies and other types of prasadam. We also hand out flowers that have been offered to the deities, different types of paraphernalia that have become sanctified, right? So basically, you're giving. You're not trying to take things away. You're giving. So when we do Harinam Sankirtan, we chant, we dance, and we give prasadam. So it's a nice. We're not trying to sell things, right? Yes, of course we have books, but the main thing we're trying to do is give them things, so they'll have some connection to Krishna. So if they eat one of the cookies that we give out, or they eat one of the burritos that we give out, or they take one of the books that we have, or even a pamphlet, now they've come in contact with Krishna. Right? And you can't really understand what that does to people. There are people that are suffering terribly, and they've been waiting for someone like you to come and talk to them. Like, for example, when they come to our food truck, sometimes people who get the hot and very good prasadam from the food truck, they start crying. They say, no one's ever done this for me before. Right? Okay, now here's a person who goes out in a food truck a lot. Why don't you say a few things of your experiences?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So Maharaj, this every time we go, people, they appreciate. A lot of people are regular, and they always appreciate. They say, what you're doing, keep doing. Most of people, they say like this. And some of people that they come forward and explain. Like, I can share the yesterday's incident when yesterday Friday I went Seattle. So one person came. He's a regular person, and he said his sugar went low some last week or something, and he was in very tough situation, and he got saved. So he was sharing that when I come here and eat your food, my sugar levels are maintaining. So I want to eat as much as from your food truck. So I was...
and we don't use a lot of sugar. We distribute.
So because he's eating something like that is not like nutrition-based food, so he's not able to manage his sugar levels. So
he's a regular guy.
He's a regular.
Comes
to food truck.
Regularly to the food truck.
Food truck.
That's good.
So
that's why we have the food truck. Yeah.
And
any
yes.
other histories that you have of food truck distribution?
Lot, Maharaj. And many times people appreciate about the serving the hot food, because most of the people, that is very common, I have seen across many people, they appreciate that this is many times they make this statement like, this is the hot food I got in whole day. And some people like in many days. So they really appreciate we are serving very fresh and hot food, because they are generally not getting it at all.
Mm.
So that's a very common feedback I have heard from many, many people.
Keep going, come on.
And one more incident, Maharaj. So generally we, whoever is regular, they try to follow us in saying Hare Krishna. So one time I missed to say the Hare Krishna to our regular person, and I had handed over the box, prasadam box. And in return, he said Hare Krishna to me very loudly. Like he was just waking me up that I have missed something.
So he had learned To say Hare Krishna always.
Yeah, he was saying always, I was also saying, but on that specific day, I
Yeah.
just missed to
Well, he
tell him.
coached you.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you. You didn't say Hare Krishna.
Yes, so it was a learning for me that I have to be more attentive.
Yeah.
So they teach a lot of lessons. So every time we go, there's some learning, Maharaj. I have experienced
There's someone.
some learning for me that I'm learning from them. And some of the regular people, Maharaj, another incident, they are asking more deeper questions about the philosophy as well. Like
That's because of the prasadam.
right.
You become purified by eating Krishna prasadam. Go
Mm.
ahead.
So because over a period of time, I have seen Maharaj in last 5 to 6 years, like same people, they have changed a lot. Like even without we are doing any active preaching on them, they have changed a lot. So like yesterday incident, Maharaj, one of our regular person, he was explaining about the silent meditation.
Yeah.
So our nowadays recent class, the same topic you are already explaining about the silent meditation versus chanting. So I gave him the same gist, and he was very satisfied. And that is just some regular person. We have not done any he has not done any Bhagavad Gita classes or anything. So his misconceptions were getting cleared. Like he was more inclined towards silent meditation. So
Now he's less inclined.
yes. So he's more interested. So I promised him to give some book or reference as well to go deeper.
Silent meditation is actually nonsense. You don't really make any serious, I would say, realizations by silent meditation, because you're not helping yourself and you're not helping anyone close to you, right? So when we meditate, our meditation is not silent meditation. It's chanting Hare Krishna loud enough that you hear yourself and you hear and other people that are not too far away from you can also hear. So it's beneficial. See? If you silently, so-called, chant, you're not hearing it yourself, and nobody else is hearing the holy name. But when you chant loud enough so that you hear, and if someone is not too far away from you can also hear the holy name, now 2, 3, 4 people are hearing as well as yourself. So devotees should never do silent chanting. It's not a good idea. Yeah. Sometimes you see devotees, they're just moving their lips a little bit. But no, you should go Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and say each word very clearly, so that the holy name becomes. By the way, when you do chant the holy name loudly, it just stays in a certain perimeter. It goes all over the universe. That's the power of the holy name. It's not. It vibrates throughout the whole universe. So you're helping hundreds and millions of living entities by chanting loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is real benediction, real mercy, to chant loudly the holy names of the Lord. Because many living entities, including the trees, including the bugs, including the worms, the insects, they all become benefited by hearing the holy names of Krishna. Haribol. Okay, so we will stop right there, I guess. Or somebody else has a question. Yes. Go ahead. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Food
Krishna, Guru
truck
Maharaj.
stories. Okay.
Like last week, we went down Sankirtan Maharaj. Last week went down Sankirtan Guru Maharaj, and before we started Sankirtan, we were just trying to arrange the things. One person was just going on, and we asked him if he would take the burrito. He took the burrito, and then we asked him, would you like to take the Bhagavad Gita? Seeing Bhagavad Gita, he started saying Krishna, Krishna, and he was crying. And he was there for us for some time. All along, he was eating the burrito and he was crying, saying Krishna, Krishna. He was not able to tell properly how he is connected and all, but he said that he was been connected to Krishna consciousness many, many years ago.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
see?
he was not telling properly where he got connected and all, but he said he knows Krishna many years ago.
Yeah, and he was crying because
Yeah, he was crying, eating
he
burritos.
he didn't chant all those years when he first knew about Hare Krishna. Yeah.
He was very badly crying, Maharaj, last week.
Well, because that's purification,
Mm.
you say. Those are real, pastimes in Harinam Sankirtan. You see, there are a lot of people that are suffering out there in the material world. And you're coming and they're giving them Krishna Prasadam. It's not just food, it's Krishna Prasadam, right? And if they want some information about Krishna, we have some books. We have some free pamphlets also that we can give them. So it's a real experience for the people. We're not just, trying to sell books. We're trying to give them the mercy of Krishna. So here's a person who maybe 20, 30 years ago, he came in contact with Krishna consciousness. Then for 30 years, he was in Maya. And now he was tasting nice prasadam and remembering how nice it was before. And he became, touched in his heart that he was being able to associate with devotees again. That's why we go out on Sankirtan. Hare Krishna.
And today also, Guru Maharaj, there were some human right activists all over near the Westlake Center. They were there, so we moved to another place. So we were a little scared to go near to them, but they appeared to be normal. So one lady was there. We asked him, "Do you want the burrito?" She said she want, and can I give to your friends? They took, and they were telling to everybody, "Oh, these are very nice. They are so tasty."
What were they doing?
Some human right activists. She said we are human right activists. When I asked, "Do you want take the Bhagavad Gita?" She said, no, we want peace. Something they have written there, Maharaj. Not sure what they are up to. Over Westlake Center, they are all spread across today.
Okay. There's another group.
There's another, yeah.
But they liked the burrito.
Yeah. 4 people they took, and they were nicely having and then telling, "Oh, it's very tasty."
Well, that's the beginning of their Krishna conscious life.
Yeah.
Haribol.
And today also, Guru Maharaj, there was one couple. I tried to reach them. They were going through the other side. By the time I went, they went to a greater distance, so I could not reach them. So I was just turning the other side, and I was trying to do book distribution. That lady, she came back to me, and she said, "Hare Krishna." Then I asked her, "Then how come you're connected and all?" Then she said, her parents are disciples of His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj.
Okay.
Seeing us, she just wanted to say Hare, came near, say
Was she a
Hare.
black lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black, and husband is white. And they came very nicely. They spoke well, and she gave me a hug, said Hare Krishna, and she went.
You made them happy. They know that Krishna consciousness is still alive,
Yes.
even though their guru has died. They know that Krishna consciousness is alive. Very
But
good.
when she was talking to me also, I found a lot of difference as a devotee, Maharaj. When she was talking, the way she was talking and all, it's really good. Her husband was also talking very nicely. She just said, "I wanted to tell Hare Krishna, seeing you, I felt happy," and she went.
Haribol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Birthday celebration. Okay. Oh, downstairs. Okay. We're going to shift down to the Prasadam Hall. Thank you very much. Please chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Haribol.